Palmar Sur, Costa Rica. While clearing the jungles in the 1930s, crews discover hundreds of monolithic stone spheres.
Many of them are huge. I mean, they're 10 feet in diameter. They're gigantically huge. Others are much smaller, the size of a basketball or of a car tire or something like that.
To date, over 300 stone spheres have been found at archaeological sites across the region. And Las Bolas, as they are called, are some of the most precise stone carvings in the ancient world. Some experts believe these mysterious stone balls could be 96% completely spherical.
A perfectly spherical, round ball is hard to make. And in fact, where they're found is a primitive area. So the stone balls that we see at Costa Rica would have been very, very hard to make by just bashing them out with a rock.
It almost seems like there was some kind of megalithic carving school who could create the most perfect sphere. Some of them are still hidden within the jungles. So what were they doing there? I mean, why were they constructed?
Jungle-dwelling local chiefs were sometimes buried with some of the smaller balls. But some of the balls are gigantically huge. And in fact, they're so large, they couldn't fit in any grave. So the great mystery with the stone balls really is what their purpose was.
According to the legends of Costa Rica, those stone spheres were used as cannonballs by the god of thunder to drive away the god of wind and hurricanes. Now, these are all wonderful ideas of a story, but as we all know, every story has a core of truth, and the question is, what is that core?
Are the legends of gods battling storms really a description of ancient astronaut machinery at work, as some researchers suggest? And if so, might the discovery of stone spheres reveal the ultimate purpose for monoliths? Bosnia-Herzegovina, 2004. A team of archaeologists discovers stone spheres in forests and creek beds near the town of Banja Luka.
If you go into that area, it's a ravine in a mountainside that's been cut by a stream, and in it are all of these stone balls, very similar to the ones in Costa Rica. They're half buried in this mountainside, and some are exposed. It is a tourist area, and in fact, Bosnia has 4 or 5 areas where these stone balls can be seen.
The tree was standing there. So with the last storm, the tree fell, and all this, dirt, all this material covered the stone sphere, which is here, right here.
The biggest source of Bosnian stone spheres is the central Bosnian town of Zavidovići. We took samples from 4 different stone spheres and samples of natural stone that we found nearby. And then we did chemical analysis. But the conclusion was those stone spheres were made from the liquid state. They would melt them. They were adding certain additives to get the better properties of material. And then when they got dry in certain molds, they were getting a perfect shape of the sphere.
Like most other monoliths, researchers believe the spheres were likely used for ceremonial rituals. But is it possible that these monoliths, like the stone spheres in Costa Rica, helped create a connection to celestial beings, as ancient astronaut theorists contend?
Another theory of the stone balls is that they were somehow used as star maps, and that they were rolled around, and they would show where stars were and their relationship to other areas. Very much like some extraterrestrial map.
It's also said that these stone balls were there to concentrate thought, that they were somehow physical devices, that somehow by touching or working with these stones, we were able to establish a bridge to another dimension. And so we might actually be looking at a civilization who realized that the places where these stone spheres were located were somehow power spots, that somehow there was some form of energy whereby if we were able to concentrate, we would indeed be transported to a world where we could communicate with the gods. And that might be why these stone spheres are located in the places they are.